Hello, this is George Senda, the real, authentic, official, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or trolls, and this is my live Walmart haul after a very crazy day dealing with Kathy, the car, an online troll who pretended to want to buy a car for a friend and really went after me, and it's ridiculous. So we fixed the car. The head gasket was fixed. Someone stole the catalytic converter. That was $290. Cost Kathy $900 to repair the car. We still need a tire. Then we have to go get the auxiliary battery in the back. That's $225. Get a new tire, register it, maybe smog it, I don't know, and then sell it. And I'm not going to take less than $35 for it because we had to pay so much to fix it. And because Kathy let it sit there and didn't do what I told her to do, which was check the car once a week to make sure you still got power, the battery drained, so it can't be driven right now. And we have to spend another $225 that neither one of us can afford to buy this small battery. It's about this big, and that starts the actual car and starts the computers, and then when you push the button on the Prius, that starts the main battery to get you to running either on gasoline or battery power. And Kathy also didn't use her cell phone, and you have to use it once a month. They cut her off. They cut her cell phone off, and her regular phone service died. Her internet died. They're coming on Monday. So, and then to top it off, Capital One and the other credit card, I wanted to buy more stuff since Patty gave me a ride to Walmart, and they both declined me, even though I made my payments the first of the month, and I'm going to deal with them. This is why I hate credit card companies. I hate banks. All right, here's what I bought, and I could not buy everything I wanted. And then I'm going to go back inside, get my key, and plug this thing in. Excuse me, Fuzzy. Fuzzy is racing back and forth. Okay, I bought two of these. So that I can replace get rid of the one in the kitchen, the milk crate, and get rid of the wooden thing. It keeps tearing my leg open every time I go buy it. I couldn't buy any more because I ran out of time and the electric wheelchair was running out of power. I had to push it with my cane. Honeywell air purifier for the big, tall $200 air purifier so I can breathe. Finally got a pizza with vegetables on it and meat. So that's going to be dinner. A steak and roasted potatoes. And spaghetti and meat sauce. 2 bottles of Scope, so I don't have to use that Listerine stuff anymore. And they now say that if you wash your mouth with mouthwash, it may help you to not get the creeping crud. A box of Meow Mix because it won't be in until Thursday. Hold on, I'll be right back. A small fan, these are very powerful, $10 because the one in the bedroom died. Some file folders so I can put it in the cube thing so I can keep track of my bills. some cans of Fancy Feast, and some post-it notes for the kitty cat. Post-it note. So let me move the cart out of the way. And sorry this wasn't timed, but I had to wait for Patty. She's been going over every day now to clean Kathy's disaster of an apartment. And just out of the way for now. Yeah, I'm gonna go put this stuff back inside and come back and move inside. So bear with me as I move all this stuff. I don't know what's in that bag over there. So I'll be off camera for a couple of minutes till I get everything set up in the hallway. I don't want to go in the hallway, it's hot in here. It was an interesting experience at Walmart, seeing everybody wearing masks and really hard to keep 6 feet distance. Okay. Hold on. And thank you, Patty. Thank you very much for taking care of business and taking care of Kathy and taking me to the store and getting the car, helping me get the car repaired. Okay. Oh. Bear with me for one more minute. I would have been on sooner, but I had to wait for Patty to get done cleaning. She made Kathy throw out stuff. They can now see the floor. Kathy has a bad habit. She doesn't throw the crunchies on a dish. She throws the kitty crunchies on the floor, on the carpet, and just lets it sit there and doesn't care at the cat boxes. It's disgusting. All right. Now, let me switch to my channel. And this particular troll said that they wanted to get the friend a car, and when I asked for the phone number, oh, we want to go to a Toyota dealer and have them inspect it, yada, 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 but would not give me the phone number. And I'm not about to give someone my personal phone number, or Kathy, or Patty. So, and then the person goes, I'm a lady, and I don't think it was a lady at all, I think it was a man, and from you know where. No, the Prius is not running because we need there's a small battery that goes in the back of the Prius. That actually starts the computers, starts the dashboard. And then that sends a signal to the main battery, which is like this, the $800 to $1,000 battery. And that allows you to run the car on either gasoline or electric. So, but without that small battery working, and Kathy, despite my telling her for 8 goddamn months, go out and check the car every week. She didn't do it. The key fob died because the battery ran out. She couldn't lock the door. Someone stole the catalytic converter. They fixed that. They put a new one on, and that was well over $200. And they strapped it down so no one could steal it. And she let the battery drain down to 0. So now we can't start the car. We have to go buy a new battery because when those small batteries drain, you can't recharge them. Well, Mike, we paid $4,000 for this car, and I'm not going to accept anybody's offer online after I dealt with this woman today because she first said she wanted her friend, then she gave stipulations, wouldn't give me her phone number, wouldn't give me any contact information. I won't give mine out because trolls from you know where, and a troll online who's now in jail, in prison for child porn, I published my phone number online, and I had to change my personal phone number 9 times. I won't give Kathy's out. I'm sure as hell not going to give Patty's out, but if you want to buy a car, you've got to give me a way to get a hold of you. Then she starts telling, I'm a lady, and my girlfriend, or I'm not clear on this, I have sent the emails to people that this person sent, and some guy came in with a knife and tried to rape her or rape her girlfriend, and I won't give my phone number to someone I don't. I finally said, listen, I don't believe you're a female at all. I think you're a male troll trying to get my information or Kathy's. No one goes from wanting to buy a car to talk about rape. You're insane. So, sorry, unless I knew you. Now, Justin, Jeremy, Abram, Richard C. Hoagland, Linda Moulton Howe, George Norrie, Tom Danhauser, if they wanted to buy this car for somebody, that wouldn't be a problem. I know them. Someone, nothing against you, Mike, but I've never heard of you. I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. I don't have any contact from you. I have no knowledge of who you are, whether you're a legitimate person or troll or con artist. Now they haven't listed the car yet because the car it doesn't run. Look, I'm not going to lift the thing up. There's a battery in the back, and it's bolted in. You have to unbolt it. You have to disconnect the power cable. You have to disconnect the main the battery in the front. Pull it out. Take it to the place. Buy a new one. You turn in the old one. They give you a credit. You go back. You bolt it back in. And then the car can start. And then the other problem is there is a tire. And I lost my Capital One card last year when the car was still running, when we went to Red Lobster for dinner, because the stupid air machine, the coin slot was jammed, and you had to use a credit card, and it fell out of my pocket. So without that small battery, that's $225, you cannot start the Prius. And since Patty said, I don't know if she's playing stupid or being stupid, but I told her, and Kathy goes today, you never told me to go check the battery and turn on the engine. And I said, I didn't want the engine turned on. You go push the button on the Prius to make sure the dashboard has power so the car, when it gets repaired, will start. And at 8 months, she claimed she did that. She lied to me because Kathy would rather play Pokemon and sit and watch her movies and sit and watch stuff on YouTube than get out of her house, walk down about 50 feet to the carports and walk up to her car and open the door and make sure the key fob works, that the battery, it doesn't go dead, because you got 2 little watch batteries and you got to unscrew them with 4 very tiny Phillips screws. And Patty went and got those from the dealer, took her to the dealer, got new batteries for it, but now the car won't lock because there's no power. So no, the car's not being listed until after we go get the battery, get the tire, go to the DMV. We have to register it because I put it on as non-operation. We have to pay whatever those fees are, and then it'll get listed. And there are times I really feel like drinking or doing recreational drugs because Kathy's driving me crazy, and Kathy's driving Patty crazy. And I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Okay. The problem with Kathy, it goes in this ear, it hits the one brain cell, it goes out the other ear. There's no retention there. Or, I don't understand. And then I get mad. Why are you yelling at me? And they said a story today. If you raise your voice, you can pass Corona faster. If you sing, you can pass Corona faster. I'm waiting for them. If you fart, you'll pass Corona faster. Sick of Corona. Anyway. The problem with parking it here is it's not my car. It's in her name, and she refuses to put me on the registration because I don't know. Because why is he on the registration? Goes Patty, so that we can have the handicap plates. That's why. And I said to a friend of mine, "It's too late to become gay." Because and Patty said, I'm not doing anything. I said, no, between you and her, when you two get together, Kathy drives me nuts. You drive me a little nuts. But if it weren't for you, you're far more responsible than Kathy in a lot of ways. But it's push-pull. I got to deal with all this crap. And I'm still not over being sick. I spent 2 days in bed just sleeping. So I wouldn't exert myself and then I got all this aggravation dealing with this car. It's fixed. We put a battery in it. The head gasket's been replaced. The catalytic, we need a tire, a battery, register it. I don't know if they're going to make us insure it or not to sell it. And then getting through the DMV, I was told you have to get a hold of them somehow and make an appointment to go in to turn in your paperwork. And I filed non-op last year, which they lost. There was a bin in the DMV in Walnut Creek. Put this in so it gets mailed to SAC. I put it in, they never got it. It disappeared. The car is repaired, Glock, and anybody else wants to know. It is ready to go as soon as we put a battery in, get tags on it, get a new or used tire for it. And the mechanic said it's fine. It's sellable. But I'm not going to sell it to someone online that I've never heard of. There is one other device I'm going to do. Kathy going to give me, excuse me, I'm hiccuping for some reason. There's a device called a Carly, Carly, or Karly, I can't remember. You put it in the ODN port to the left of the steering wheel on the bottom of the car, on the inside, and you put the app on your phone or your iPad, and says I have Wi-Fi anywhere, except that there's a dead zone where Kathy lives, so I lose my Wi-Fi. It's very weird. And then you go, and it tells you a complete diagnostic of everything electronic in the car, all the codes, what codes are bad, what codes are good, whether the car has been rolled back, the odometer, everything. That's $80. Kathy's going to pay for half of that. I'm going to get that, stick it in the car, run the diagnostic, get the app on the phone, get the app on the iPhone, on the Android phone, get the app on the iPad. Not iPhone, I'm thinking iPhone. I want an iPhone. That's another story. And so then, and Patty has AAA, so she asked you, she can come out and recharge the main battery. That takes about 20 minutes. Kathy did that once. She left the headlights on. So, and then there's the Android phone. I'm calling Patty up on her phone, and it stops working. And there's nothing. So I call the number up that I've put into my phone with the area code and the number, and I put it in my iPad, and I get the number you have reached, you have to leave a message. I'm going, what the hell is this? I just talked to her like a second ago. And I did that repeatedly. I'm going nuts. So Patty tells me when she brought me home, oh, that's my answering service. I said, what the hell do you need answering service for? What are you, a cotillion, the social register, you Trump? You Ivanka? Nobody needs an answering service if you only, your son's calling you, your daughter and Kathy and me. You don't have this line of people waiting in line to leave you a message, for God's sakes. I tried for half an hour. I gave up. The thing kept giving me the stupid. What is this? Something T something. It wasn't T-Mobile. It was some weird thing I never heard of, like TransUnion or something service. What the hell is that? I don't have a thing on my phone because I don't want to drive people nuts. Leave a message and I'll get back to you. That's why I start yelling and getting a headache. So when Patty told me that, it's going to kill you now? God. This is why I play the lotto. I can buy an island. I hire people to come in. They'll take care of me. No one will be allowed on the island unless I know them, unless they come in on the boat. They come in by parachute. They come in by airfoil. They come in by submarine. They come in by helicopter. But I stay away from everybody because they're driving me nuts. My cat would have taken better care of the Prius. Because Kathy doesn't listen. She does what she wants to do, and then the problem is she lies about it. And I have pressed her repeatedly in the past and find out she's lying. Excuse me. First of all, about 12 years ago, I hit 4 out of 6, and the 5th and 6th number, one digit off. I won $250. I play the same numbers all the time. And I am aware of people that won the lotto. So, and there's a young 22-year-old kid that won $541 million in Florida. The Florida lottery flew him in a jet. This was about 2018. Flew him in a jet to Florida. Got him his money. He attended the Super Bowl in Minneapolis. And people do win the lottery. There's a whole show, you may have heard of it, how the lottery changed my life, for better or for worse. And I had a friend at the age of 10 get struck by lightning and die from me. So I figure, I got more of a chance winning lotto get struck by lightning again. I don't care about the mathematical odds. I've been there, done that, and got the T-shirt. My friend isn't with us anymore because he had a hole the size of the Holland Tunnel in his stomach, and I don't like lightning for that reason. And that particular week, I played $25 tickets. And Karen, you waiting to spend more? I said, we're supposed to spend all my money on lotto like an idiot? And I have seen people spend $300, $400, $500, $1,000 on quick mix and not win a dime. I didn't play my numbers because I was in a hurry. I played quick picks. I haven't even looked at the numbers. They're in a bag somewhere. I think I'm in my backpack. And I played Super Lotto. I like Super Lotto because I've won consistently. I've won 5, 10, 25, whatever the hell it is, dollars. I've never won anything in the Powerball. And this particular one, it's now 275 million. It's Mega Millions going into next week. No one won, I think. I'll go. I have $12 up because Capital One and the other credit card won't let me use my credit card. I use my cash. I don't know how much I got in the bank. I'll go and play $3. The Mega Millions is $2, so I'll play 3 tickets. And that's it. I'll play my normal numbers one time. Take a shot. And then if nobody wins by the first of the month, I'll go in and play some more. Now, if we'd gotten a second stimulus, I might have had a few extra bucks there. Now, the mechanic did not overcharge me. They do the thing in one day without any BS. And they're very good. All they do, they're called Prius masters. That's all they do. They work on Priuses. And there are many mechanics that do not have the intelligence or the knowledge to work on Priuses. They don't understand them. It's beyond their... Thank you, Mr. Robot. Very appreciated. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I could sure use it. I want super chat and pizza and Snapple. The official drink of the guy from Pittsburgh, Peach Snapple. And one day, if I win the lotto, I can buy Rush Limbaugh's 2-Up by Tea. Although it's rather bitter, I have to mix it with, I have to cut it with sugar or Splenda because it's too strong. Oh, and it was very hot and muggy all day today. And as we were coming up and I was loading the cart up, Pretty One came up and Zoe, Patty's dog, started barking and the poor cat ran across the lawn and I haven't seen him since, so it scared the hell out of him. So, well, that's nice. The hummingbird likes your music. But we have hummingbirds here and they're very cute. We have a green hummingbird that goes by the district attorney's office. They're these little purple, blue, and blue flowers. It's so cute. I've never been able to film it because they move so fast, but it's bright green, almost like the paint on a car. It's like day glow. It's so pretty. We have about 4 or 5 hummingbirds because we have hummingbird feeders here. People like the hummingbird. Oh yeah, when I turned the corner out of the elevator with all my stuff with the stackables and all that, I hit a plant and knocked it over and had to sweep all that up. So that was more aggravation. Now this thing next to me that keeps tearing into my leg every time I go by it practically will be gone. So I get rid of it. Well, American-made cars, we've had Fords, we've had Chevys, we've had Cadillacs, and I've had Pontiacs, and all of them were crap. Except the Cadillac, that got hit by an alien. The Toyota, you can drive it. The Prius is one of the most reliable cars in the country. Very low maintenance if you maintain it properly. Whereas we had 2 Saturns blow the head gasket, the aluminum engine blocks. I had my Pontiac convertible Sunbird blow the engine block. I've had friends who've had Dodge and Chrysler minivans. They put 5 transmissions in there because they're crap. I had a Plymouth Reliant. The transmissions are aluminum. They're crap because they put aluminum shavings in the transmission. So we don't buy American. Now, I'd buy American pre-1965 because they were made like a tank. And Mercedes, BMW, you just hand the mechanic your wallet for the rest of your life because you're paying a fortune to fix them. So that's why I don't buy foreign. Now and Fords, every Ford we've had, we had a Pinto, Kathy had a Mercury Cougar. They've all had electrical problems. We don't like Fords. So you want to buy what you want to buy, fine. But I'm going to keep with Toyota because if the car is maintained properly, and believe me, if this were my Prius, none of this garbage would have happened. It'd be running right now. You'd be seeing me sitting down in the car with air conditioning on. I wouldn't be sitting here in 75-degree heat roasting my ass off. I'd be sitting in the car, and I would have saved a lot of money because it wouldn't have broken. The head, it wouldn't have run with the head. We would have had to fix the head gasket, but it would have been $800 if someone hadn't stolen a Cadillac converter. But I couldn't have moved the car, so. Well, like I said, every Ford we had a Ford Falcon. We had to start with a pair of pliers, and one day, across from Park and Shop, it stopped running, and they towed it. And then a month later, I found out the DMV, some guy bought it, fixed it, and was driving it. It got re-registered. So, fix or repair daily. I don't do Fords. But pre-65 Chevys, I'll do. Maybe Dodge trucks. They tend to be reliable, although Taco Stacks talks about the Dodge Ram he had. He went to Ford because he had nothing problem with the Dodge Ram van he had. So, no. That's putting the cart before the horse. We got to have the money. And with the program we get, we give the program $1,000. They give us a $5,000 grant, which means we'll have $7,000 to $8,000. We'll go down to the dealer. They give you a list of 150 dealers you go to. And I just start looking on the websites for what we can get. It has to be a 2012 or newer. That's part of the requirements. Kathy didn't make payments, or they would give us $20,000 loan. I would love to have a brand new Prius with no problems. But Kathy didn't make payment. If it were me and I had my license and good and credit and all that. But that's the program. So I know on a private party basis, I've seen 2012s with 140,000 miles for as low as $4,500. But that's private party. The dealer's going to jack it up. Look, the Pokemon game costs $40. All right, and it makes her happy. She's resigned to her lot in life, the man in the white Charger with the unlimited credit cards, the prince of the castle with the servants and all that stuff didn't happen. One of her few joys is playing Pokemon, so give the woman a break, huh? When I get the money, she'll go half, I'll go half. After this pandemic, the price will go to normal instead of price gouging, and we'll get her a Nintendo Switch. And so she can play the new Pokemon games in the Nintendo Switch, because no Pokemon games are going to be an old machine. Those are going to be dead. And I got to go still up to her house, pull the damn plug that Patty snapped off, the RGB plug or whatever the hell it is, out of there, melt something, get the damn thing out so we can connect the Wii in there or any future device. So, but she has nothing to do right now other than the internet. She doesn't have cable, and that's part of what's driving her crazy too. There's no cable. She didn't pay her cable bill years ago. And I said, you probably have to give them $150. Go pay your cable bill. She never, I don't want to get the money. She got her stimulus money. She said she spent a ton of money on ground beef and stuff to freeze her ground beef. Now, Kathy didn't break it. Patty did. Patty jammed the damn thing in there. All right. Let's say you take this here. You shove it in the hole and you snap it off. And that's what Patty did. She snapped it off and it's stuck in there. And it's not the connector, it's the pin. And I know how to do it. I watched a video on how to do it. I got a heat gun or a screwdriver and put it in there and put it in the plastic because it's surrounded by plastic. And then wait till it's hot enough and just yank it out. It'll come out. It'll come out. But you got to do it so you don't destroy that port. And that port is the one that does the audio or the video. I can't remember right now. It's in the back of the Sony. So, don't even start, Mike. That ain't gonna happen. Because Patty will say she didn't do it. Kathy will say she didn't. Yes, you did. Yada yada. I don't want to get involved with that. No, Patty went in there, and here's the deal what Patty did. She found this external TV antenna, and thoroughly, I set that Sony up. It's a Sony Bravia, 48-inch Bravia. I set that up, all the settings, it was brand new 4 years ago. Patty went in and found this, I don't know, she found a dumpster, I don't know, she got it somewhere. Oh, I can get this square, and they're crap. These little square antennas. They look like a piece of cardboard. And if you get this, you can get TV for free. So she jammed the connector in that port, in that, I don't know what you call it. RGB, US, I don't know. It's not HDMI, I know that. VGA, I don't know. I'm too tired to think. I know it is in the back of my brain, don't ask. And when she did that, instead of just putting it in, normally you put it in, it stops. She jammed it in there and it snapped off. Had nothing to do with Pokemon, had nothing to do with seeing Pokemon. And then she went and proceeded to reset all the channels. I can't even fix the damn thing to get it to reset. I don't know what the hell she did. I don't know. You're asking me questions I can't remember right now. I'm tired. Mentally and physically tired. I've had a rough week. Don't ask me stuff. There's a cat here on the screen. Don't ask me stuff I can't answer right now because my brain isn't working. I can talk, but that's the extent of my ability right now. God damn it, get off my screen. Thing's falling on me. Coaxial cable and on. That's stuff from 30 years ago. I've got my Blu-ray player hooked up to the back of the Sony. I've got my Westinghouse hooked up to the Apple IIc. Stick it in, boom, do the settings on the remote, bam, it's ready to go. Patty just jammed it in there. It wouldn't go in, I'll just force it in, and then snapped it clean off. It's not a matter of bothering. If it weren't for Patty right now, look, if Patty dies, Kathy may kill herself. Because she'd have no one but me. She had no one to go out with. Kathy drives Patty crazy. Patty sometimes drives Kathy crazy. Kathy drives me crazy, but she's the only girlfriend she's got. Thank God I got the internet. If I didn't have the internet, I'd go crazy. Particularly right now with all this, you can't go out, you can't do anything, you can't go anywhere. 22 counties in California have opened up full or partially, but not my county. Not the Bay Area. No. 6 times we lived together. That ain't never going to happen. Not in here. Kathy lived here for 4 months. She kept nagging me one night, 3 in the morning. I said 2 words, get out. She wouldn't stop nagging me. I said, shut up, quit nagging me. Where am I going to go? I don't care where you go. Out. Can't take one. You should get evicted. Not like I can move in next door. I got neighbors next door. No, Mike. Knock it off. We cannot live together. Kathy doesn't listen. It's either stubbornness, stupidity, or I don't give a damn. I don't know what. It's one of the 3. But I have told her stuff like go out and start if you take the remote and you say go push the button, make sure the remote works, make sure you can lock and unlock the car, make sure the dashboard will turn on. And you tell that to her for 8 months, and today she said, "You never told me that." And that's a total lie. No, I'm not taking her for prime rib. I'll get her a birthday cake or something. We'll get something. I'll get her she'll come over here. I'll get her dashboard or dash go or go to hell, or I don't know what the hell it is. Dash lane, front lane, back lane, I don't know. Back road. It's on my, I got the app. I'll get her food. Look, that's a 2007 Prius. It's old. It's not going to have a remote start. And with Kathy, she'd push the thing and it would drive through the building and in through her apartment and out the other side. No, you're talking to someone who's technophobic. And how do you propose I do that without a car, Glock? Unless they deliver from Dairy Queen, and Kathy doesn't like Dairy Queen. No, she's not going to run Grubhub. I don't have Grubhub. I tried to get I had Grubhub on the other phone, but I don't have it on this one. I have Dashlane or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. The broken one was on there, but it doesn't work. It's dead. So I have the other phone sitting here somewhere, and I have the second phone. This one, but I don't think that's a phone now because it doesn't have the screen. I have the third phone, which has this screen protector on it, and that's where all the apps are. This has some apps too, but it's not a phone yet. I'm not going to spend money to make that a phone because my goal is to get an iPhone and not have to use all this Android garbage. Yeah. Star Wars? That's not Star Wars. Star Trek, my friend, not Star Wars. Original Star Trek, not no Kelvin garbage. USS Enterprise. And one day in here, I'll get this place. I threw out stuff today. Threw out recycling, threw out garbage. I still got to work in the kitchen, but I've been taking it easy. One day, Patty's going to come over here eventually and help me clean. Help me clean, but we'll do it at a slow, get the kitchen working on first. And get the laundry done. And one day I'll get to study my technical journals, which are a paranormal books, which I haven't read yet. And I got something new, but it's too damn big to show you. It's huge. I've got to send it off to somebody, have them sew it, so I can put a plastic rod in and have it on a set of command hooks for when I go to UFO conventions or use it as a background because it is absolutely gigantic. I was shocked. I got my stimulus, but I gave Kathy $500. It's gone. I got about $12 left. And I bought stuff that I needed, and I bought, I spent $100 on Amazon for kitty food so I can feed the cats. Well, Mike, I've published my email. Send me an email. Falky2013 at gmail.com. I'm not going to worry about anything tonight other than take a shower. No, I technically bought something techie, but I'm not going to tell you what it is till it gets here. It's not techie, it's for the channel. I bought a video. If you call that tech, I bought a video. And I bought some other stuff that will come in next week. So, and if I hadn't had to give Kathy money to fix the car, if the car had not had the head gasket blown, if it were running, there is a wonderful 2014 Mac Mini with dual screens that would be on my desk today. Because I would have get a hold of a guy, go down and check it out, and I would have dual monitors right here, and could take this 2008 and put it in the bedroom. Once I clear out the bedroom, so I can have somewhere to put it, and there'd be dual screens, so I could see what the hell I was doing. You know, if I had more money, I would probably be doing options or something like that. And don't ask me to do Bitcoin because I don't understand. I know what Bitcoin mining is, but I don't understand Bitcoin mining. I set up an account, but I can never figure out how to do it. So, and there is something coming in. It's not tech, but I bought something that you'll all see when that comes in. And it's a little bit of fun, and it is a first for me. So, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. See, I have a lot of old tech, like the crappy puck mouse from the iMac G3 that sucked. And that no longer works, but I didn't know that till I had to try it. One of the worst mice ever. But not as bad as Windows ME. And I watched Pisvari, I'm pronouncing his name wrong, from Australia, and he got all the parts and the case. And 2 years ago, he built a Windows 7 machine for about $350 American. Put it all together, so. And this is the mouse I'm using. I don't know if it's a Magic Mouse, Minnie Mouse, whatever the hell, Mickey Mouse, I don't know. But that's one of the worst mice ever. And I had other mice that are lying around here that either stopped working or I've lost them. I bought Kensington and McAlliy, and I used to have things that would work with a PC or a Mac, and you plug in the dongle, you could take it anywhere. But they're buried in bins in here. It's another reason why I want a house so bad. When this goes, this wooden thing will be gone, and the Snoopy phone will sit on top of the drawer thing, and this thing will be out of here, and I'll have about 1.5 feet more room to walk by here and not be cutting my leg open. And then the milk crate that's sitting here will go into the bedroom, and the bread machine will be on top of the drawer thing. And then first of the month, I'll get Patty to take me to Walmart, and there will be 4 more drawer things. And the white shelf that are bending because the bookcase is leaning on them, they're going to be gone. Everything on the kitchen counter will be straightened out, and then all I have to do is do the floor and have somebody help me, or Patty can do it, scrub the back wall above the stove, and then we scrub the cabinets, and then in the kitchen will be clean. I don't know how barbecue sauce gets across the room and gets in the doors here with barbecue sauce over them. How, I don't know. Anyway. Now it's a book based on, I don't know which one you're referring to. It is, unless it's Emergency Room Vet. It's a vet book for cats. It's a cat book. Some of them are out of date, but I have about 40 books on cats and cat feeding, cat care, and cat medical things, and that I've accumulated over the years. I have a lot of books. And if my subscribers would all donate. By the way, I forgot to say something. Now, the unofficial number, because YouTube is and has been wrong for months on their analytics and their views, is 961,000 and change. The real numbers, because they always say we're missing dates, we're missing months, we're missing weeks, we're missing Link, we're missing Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp. You remember that show? It's 961,000 and something, but I'm actually way over that, over 1 million. And I now hit 2,027 subscribers, or 61, I don't remember. But I'm over 2,000 now. So that's a milestone. I crossed from 1,500 to 2,000. I think in the last month I've got 92 subscribers. So I gave CPR to a cat years ago. I had come in the door of the apartment. The cat was behind the door, and I didn't know it was behind the door, and hit him with the door. It wasn't mean or anything. I didn't know my kitty was behind the door, and it knocked him out and he stopped breathing. I gave him CPR, knocked him out and CPR, and he came back. So, and I've done that with a human being once. So, I saved someone's life years ago on Bart. Hello, Hannah. Welcome. So, but all those books there are all about cat breeding, cat care, the cat, cat talk, Idiot's Guide to Living a Pet, Cat Detective, Desmond Morris, Cat Lover, he's dead now, Idiot's Guide to Living a Cat, small one, that's all cat books. And there may be more cat books around here somewhere, but everything's kind of scattered. No, I haven't sold the Prius yet. We just got it fixed. We can't sell it till we register it and pay the back registration and get the battery. If you watch the beginning of the video, you'll get the whole explanation. It's just going to cost us another, I don't know. The battery is $225, and then we got to pay the back registration, and we may not have to get, or we may have to get insurance. We have to get a new tire, and we may have to have the battery recharged, the main battery recharged, because Patty drained it because she's an idiot. And she wouldn't listen to go out and check the car once a week. And they stole the catalytic converter, and that was over $200 to replace. So, and Kathy doesn't listen, and she's frankly driving both Patty and me nuts. So, and she gave me this stuff of, you never told me to check the car. And I said, all you do is open the door with the fob, and shut the key fob drain too. Patty had to drive to the dealer and get new batteries for it. So the door won't lock because there's no power. But there is an emergency key. You can open the door, but you can't lock. You can lock the door manually. I'm going to have to go up there and see what the hell is going on with this car because it's going to drive me crazy. But I ain't doing it Monday. I'm going to get my glasses. And I ain't doing it Wednesday. It's Meals on Wheels. So I'll do it probably Thursday. Go up there, see what's happening. I had chicken noodle soup for the cat lover's soul. But someone named Kathy borrowed it and never gave it back. And that's why I get mad when she comes in and starts going to my Pokemon books and my paranormal books. And I say, leave the stuff alone. I'm bored. Bring your own entertainment. Don't go through my books because you don't take care of books. She's had wonderful stuff I bought her, books and things. And in a few years, they're absolutely destroyed. They're torn open. They're filthy. She spills food on them. She doesn't take care of stuff. Because deep down she doesn't care. Or if you give her something, it's not important enough for her to take care of it. Now, if you look at my shelves of my books behind me, there's more books over there. There's books over there. There's books around the corner. There's some books on the floor I haven't picked up yet. The cats are climbing the bookcases when I'm not home. They're knocking books on the floor. But all my books are neat. The rest of the apartment is a disaster. Except that I've run out of room for paranormal books. I have no more room because all the shelves are full. I'm going to eventually have to cull books and start getting rid of the stuff I don't want or is too outdated. Like computer software books or something. No, because I lent that to her years ago before we ever had. Excuse me. When she lived where she used to live, there were no roach problems. There were no bugs until this couple moved in, and they had guinea pigs, and they had a dog, and they refused to let the exterminator come in, and they brought the roaches into the building, and then it spread to the whole building. And that's why Kathy had roaches. What do you got? What do you read? Buddy has a bird. Fetchy time. Yes. She lied next to me all day today and went to sleep. And Fluffy lied on the other side of me and went to sleep. I had two kitties next to me all day. Okay, baby cat. So, look, Mitch McConnell wants protection for businesses and doctors and hospitals, so they don't get liability protection. The Republicans are not going to do anything until that happens. And they're going to gut that bill. They're going to throw out the thing about pot. They're going to throw out giving illegal aliens who are in essential industries a check, because that pisses everybody off unless they're Democrats. There's a lot of provision that 68 mentions of pot, and they want the pot dealers to be able to deposit money into the bank account, into a normal bank account, where now they're just putting money away, and they're concerned about drug laundering, drug money laundering. So a lot of that stuff in that bill was gone, but the people are clamoring for more than one stinking check because they need it. I had the iPad one day. I was watching something on the iPad, and the cats were watching the iPad, but they don't pay attention to the television. So I have official guy from Pittsburgh merchandise, but I would have to find the link. I have stuff that for sale that I set up for AlienCon that I went to in Pasadena to fund AlienCon, but I only sold like 3 shirts, and I bought a shirt myself. There's coffee cups, there's bags, there's everything from totes, there's wallets, there's all kinds of. I got to go back a year or two to when I went to Pasadena, find the link and start putting it in the description, but I cannot add external stuff to live links. It has to be a regular video to do it. Okay. Here's the reason they want to do the Postal Service. The Postal Service traditionally has been an entry-level opening for minorities, blacks, Latinos, to get jobs. They want the votes. They want the Postal Service to continue. Trump wants the rates raised for Amazon and other shippers. The Postal Service has set some kind of sweetheart deal with Amazon. I don't want the rates raised for Amazon because I get a lot of Amazon. But the Postal Service is broke, and part of it is like 60. I think I heard something that all the states almost are, their pension funds for state workers are broke or in the hole. And the Postal Service pension fund is bankrupting the Postal Service. That's why they're broke. It's not you go down and buy your stamps and mail a package to Pacoima. They got to pay all this money on pension funds, and they don't have it. And I don't know how you get around that. You've got UPS, you've got FedEx, you've even got DHL, you've got Amazon, you've got eBay. All that stuff gets mailed or sent. And there's another thing. The unemployment people were getting money, but one thing that's irritating the Republicans and fiscally conservative people is they're getting more money getting unemployment than they would going back to work. Trump and McCarthy and God help me, McConnell want people to work. They don't want them collecting unemployment. They want them to work because if they work, they're producing revenue, they're paying taxes. And Trump wants a payroll cut, which would be disastrous. There was a story today, and I can't find it now, saying because we're deflating instead of inflating, there will be no cost of living increase next year for people on Social Security or veterans benefits. So that 2021 is not going to be a great year. So, and there is a proposal somebody came up with. I think it's a great proposal. You pay the first responders, the people on the front lines of this, the grocery worker. I thank the people at Walmart, by the way. doing what they do. Everybody in Walmart had masks. There's some idiots outside that didn't have masks on. Saw a woman with her 4 kids. The 4 kids had masks, like watching little ducklings inside the Walmart. Little kids, little girls, little boys, and something I'd never see. I thought I'd see in my life. The little kids walking around Walmart with masks on, and they need to give those people checks and give the poorest people, not just me. There are people that are hurting. They can't pay their rent. We have Gavin Newsom here. Gavin Newsom, who is paying out money to illegal aliens who are working in agriculture, $1,000, and now he's got rid of that, and $43 million in a hole, and he wants the stimulus to bail out New York, California, Illinois. Illinois' pension is broke. Pension fund is broke. The Republicans say, we're not going to fund these blue states with liberal governors and leftists who want illegal aliens to get paid and want the pot dealers to get paid. So Nancy Pelosi said, I put it on the table and we're ready to negotiate. They're going to gut this bill. They're probably going to start over with some Republican in the House, and he's going to start the Republican stimulus bill. Well, nothing will happen. McConnell has said, and other Republicans, we're not going to do anything until after Memorial Day, which I think sucks. And were it up to me, you know, these guys, I saw something in Walmart tonight. I had to laugh, and I was really tempted to get it. I think it was $14. It was a piggy bank. It said, I need a vacation. And on the front it said vacation fund. You put the money in. I was tempted to buy that because I would put it back here, and I don't know if I have a room, but I need a vacation from all this crap. And it was glass and wood, and it made me laugh. But these guys take vacations like you and I change our socks. And they're getting paid, whether they're in session or not. And now there's a thing the Republicans, oh, this violates tradition that you're going to have proxy voting. And they're going to be allowing one congressman or woman to accept 10 proxy votes. And then, like, these guys all own stock. That's like you have an annual meeting and you vote proxies on your stock. You get someone to vote for you who can't be at the annual meeting in person. What's the big deal? And then they're going to have a committee investigate whether or not they can do voting live on your computer rather than being there in person because of the danger of corona. So I think it's idiotic to object to this. But they're fussing about that. I'm talking to you live. If I were a congressman, why couldn't, Mr. Chairman, I vote for this, or Mr. Chairman, I will not vote for this travesty of a bill. We have tech now. We're not back in the 1700s, a guy riding a pony who has to wait, 3 months for the news. The War of 1812 was over or something like that. I will repair the iPad, the second one, so I have 2 iPads, and make that iPad wireless with a chip provided by Bill Gates. Just kidding. And then I will have an iPad in the house and an iPad to take with me. So don't worry about losing the iPad, breaking the iPad. I'll have the other iPad. No, I don't think that's the case at all, because there are people that are hurting. They can't pay their rent. They can't buy food. They have to feed their children. People who have mortgages that they can't pay. I'm not talking just people out of work. There are people on disability. There are veterans that are hurting. Everybody's hurting. You don't focus just on everybody. What about all the unemployed? What about the employed that have their hours cut? We're still seeing massive layoffs in every damn industry out there. You go from employed one day to no job and no money coming in. But someone like me or Kathy or Patty, and Kathy told me she gets what Kathy gets, and they get a little bit more than I do. I think it's like $9.54, and I get $9.42.37 or something. After I pay my rent, $695 to live on. You try to live on $695. No, we won't see rapid inflation. You don't know what you're talking about. We are in a deflationary mode. The federal interest rate for loans right now is at zero, and it's probably going to go below zero, which means you can sell loans, paper, at zero or below interest, which means you don't have to pay interest on it over so many years. I've done a lot of watching and reading on this. We're not in inflation, we're in deflation. So your information is wrong. I sit here probably 3 hours a day watching every video on the stimulus and every video on Powell and every video on the Mnuchin and every video on the 2 or 3 presidents of the Fed, Kansas City, and I think Minneapolis have talked about. They all say we need stimulus, not just to small businesses, not just to the employed, not just to people working in essential industries, but regular people need help. And it's not fair of you or anybody else to say, well, if these guys are working or if these guys isn't working, there are other, and you're affected by other things. There was a 12-year-old girl. She had an article on her today. She got coronavirus, and she got some kind of disease with a K on it. And it's a really weird disease. She's with her father. She recovered. But he has to deal with the daughter. And he's got to take care of her. And there were expenses probably going to the hospital, or maybe he couldn't go to the hospital. This is affecting everybody in the country. It's not just 20 million people or 30. We have 40 million people out of work. And 80,000 people have died. I think Anthony Fauci is a fraud. He's pro-Hillary Clinton. He's been in her for 40 years. He's a swamp member. Kawasaki disease. Thank you. I couldn't think of the motorcycle. Or the Japanese plane. And I read that thing and I'm, Kawasaki disease? What the hell is that? There's diseases you never heard of, you know. Ooga booga disease. I mean, left-handed spanner disease. I'm being sarcastic, but this thing is so weird. Now they got things where there's blotches on little kids' skin that are showing up. And I'm surprised your feet don't turn around backwards or something. I mean, this thing is so weird. I'm wondering if this is not designed in a lab somewhere. It's an alien disease from space. It sure is strange. But Fauci gushed about Hillary Clinton. He was Hillary Clinton's the greatest thing ever to come down the pike. I'm going, why is this man involved in the Trump administration? Why are all these hangers-on with Donald Trump? Surely there's someone in the health field that is pro-Trump and not pro. You don't have your enemy in there or a plant or someone who's rooting for your opponent working for you. Normally, presidents, when they get in, they throw all the appointees out and they get their own people in there. No. If that's the guy killing tigers and wild exotic cats, let him rot. Horrible thing to do. I'm not certain what the hell he's doing, but that's the impression I got that he's doing it. So the hell with that guy. And they got some weird TV show that people are. I forget who said it. One guy said he watched it and he was fascinated, but it was so weird he couldn't. His eye bugged out. And he said, "What the hell is this crap?" You know. So. No, I didn't. Yesterday I spent. Look, I played my game and I slept. That's all I did yesterday. All I did most, and during the night I slept. I tried to recover from being very, very ill and being close to death. So, you know, I've watched videos in the stimulus. They gave us my check. They're talking about this new stuff at Pelosi, which is, you know, it's 1,800 pages. So what you do, you take it and you boil it down to like 2 pages and you throw the rest in the shredder. That's what you do with the Pelosi bill. And you just rewrite it. It's like an editor. You take your blue pencil, your red pencil, and start editing everything out. Okay, here's what's left. It's about 4 pages or something. And we're going to keep this, and if people want extra money, and one guy said, give the extra money to the unemployed, the employed, the first responders, essential employees, and the poor for 7 months. Give them $1,000 a month for 7 months. So, no, I don't have that. That's a different thing. That's sleep apnea, where you stop breathing in the middle of the night. My problem is I can't breathe in the day in the middle of the night because I got the damn lawn underneath me. And I keep getting sinus infections. I'm allergic to grass. I have asthma. I never had asthma before. The teeth weren't pulled. I have COPD. No, I tried that in the store. I would have to notch that down to about negative 5,000. It was still too hard for me. I notched that sucker down as far as it would go. As far as my finger didn't go through the remote down to the depths of the earth. Sleeping on a bed is ridiculous. If I ever get a bed, if I ever win the lotto or ever get rich, I'll get me a nice as soft as I can. I want about 78 sheep stuffed in that sucker. I'll get me the Senda with all the sheep in it. The softest bed. And I slept in a bed in a motel in Reno once. I slept for 18 hours. I'd been up for 5 straight days working at one point, and that bed was the softest bed I've ever slept in. That's what I want for a bed. Big bed. I want a bed the size of a house. Yeah, that's another problem. The doctor, the emergency room, asked me if the doctors put me on oxygen. I've asked my doctor, my current doctor, who's incompetent, and I get nothing. So I got to go in and talk to someone above them and say, I want oxygen prescribed for me. They have to prescribe oxygen. I could go buy oxygen. I can buy oxygen tanks, little tanks that look like you're doing sea hunt, but they cost a small fortune. You get like 40 of them for $70 or something. And that's for emergency. You get like 2 minutes of air or something. But I want an oxygen tank. If I can't breathe, I get that. But you have to have the prednisone and all that. Speaking of which, I gotta take you. These stupid things. Every time I knock these to the floor, the cap comes off. And I got pills over the damn floor. And I can't find the prednisone because it fell on the floor. I should take my Allegra too. Now I gotta find the prednisone. Yeah, that one's not ready yet. Take my Lipitor. Yippee the lion and hardy ha ha. Okay. I came back from Patty. I had to run to the bathroom. And that's when a bottle fell on the floor. Now I'll take it later. Let me take these. Excuse me. My nose is starting to run, so it's definitely. Here's Fluffy. Hello, Fluffy. Hello, Fluffy. Hello, my boy. Oh, Patty is not upsetting me. It's Kathy that's upsetting me. Hey, Abram. Aww. Fluffy and Fuzzy just nosed each other. How cute. I don't think I've ever seen them do that. Here he is. The baby boy with burrs in his fur again. You got a burr in your fur, Mr. Thank you for lying next to me all day, Mr. Mao, and sleeping with me all night. I love my Mao. Love my boy. Oh my God, his tail is full of burrs. Oh my God, it's like a cluster. What are you getting into, Fluff Fluff? Oh, all right. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. Sorry. God. Now. I gotta find a cat. I didn't mean to hurt you. Look at all these burrs. Not good for a kitty to have burrs. No. Oh, Mr. Mao. No. Baby boy. Oh, God. Easy. Oh, God, he's got about 20 burrs on his tail. I did not give any money to him, so that's total BS. You're a troll. Whoops, semi got rid of your message. I'm sorry. We don't allow discussion of that person on the channel. So, hold on, make sure I don't block Abram. All right, he's gone. And I took scuba lessons as a young child, so when I was about 13. Well, the YMCA is probably not open. You know, they came out with a thing today saying you cannot get the coronavirus from swimming, but you can catch it from the people who are swimming. And many of the local pools will not be open this season. And when we're going to have super hot weather probably, and that kind of sucks. So, I haven't had time to donate to anybody. I've been busy the last 2 days recovering from being sick. So this troll comes in, thank you for donating to Jason Callan. What a crock. That's partly his trolls and partly the trolls from you-know-where. By the way, here's a receipt, what I spent on at Costco. $112.67. So there went some of my stimulus money. I didn't have a certified instructor. A friend of mine taught me to scuba gear. Who knew from certified in 1966? What if you bury yourself in the sand and sunbathe that way? I wouldn't trust what Garcetti said. He's just as bad as Newsom. The gruesome twosome. You can walk on the beach, but don't you lie down. All right, now, go ahead. I gotta find the cat brush. Let's see what I have left here. I got $15 left in my wallet. About $18 in quarters. I don't know what's in my bank account. I made an extra payment to Capital One and Amazon. And I spent tonight $48, $85, $50, $68, $76, $77.35. So and 3 different receipts, and part of that was cash. So Clark, I don't believe you. You come up with more stories. You're out getting this cat, you're playing trombones, you're doing all this other stuff when you're not, and last I knew, nobody ever said you're allowed to walk your cat. And no cop is going to walk up and say, put a mask on your dog or cat. That's stupid. I don't know any self-respecting cat that would allow you to do that. If your cat would stay inside, it wouldn't catch the virus. I can't do that with Fluffy and little girl. They drive me insane because Fluffy has torn all the carpet away from my front door and the weather stripping. He demands to go out. But the cats here are all healthy. They're well fed. And there's the thing about cat colonies is when they establish a colony, they make the other cats pretty much stay away. Now there is Bully Boy and there's Pretty Gray. They're new to that, but the other kitties in the neighborhood stay away because the other kitties force them away. So you're not going to have this thing. It's the wild cat population that is probably getting this, but I still believe thoroughly that it's someone that's affected and they're petting their cat, they're sleeping with their cat, and that's how the cats are getting it. It's not cat to cat to cat, or else every cat in America would have it. And every lion and every tiger and every ocelot and every other big cat would have it. And every dog would have. We don't see anybody. The dog. They had 2 cases in China with dog corona. We haven't heard a single dog case in America. That's why I don't believe they don't know what they're doing half the time. If you have a house or a yard, your kitty's in the yard, you're there, the kitty doesn't have any reason to jump over a fence to go to somebody else's house. So he's happy. If I had a house, the kitties would be inside right now. They wouldn't be going out. Not now. The Snapple is making me burp, frankly. And I got boxes to empty in the kitchen tonight. I got so much stuff to go do in the kitchen that's piled up by the stove. I'll be having my pizza after I'm done with this. I'm gonna take the 2 container things off the couch and all the stuff, the file folders and everything else. So after I have my hot shower and my pizza, and I can lie down and go back to bed. Yeah, it's a John Wayne clock. Well, the problem with anti-troll legislation, it's called the First Amendment. Someone was trolling the wonderful Lisa of Sheba, Muffy, etc., and giving her a bunch of crap. And I said, the problem with trolls is what we need to do. Go back to 200 years, where they're put in the stocks. Here, tarred and feathered. They run out of town on the rail. They're dunked. They're declared as a witch. And I said the big solution to trolls is social distance and put them in a 6-foot-long box. Enjoy your dirt nap. I hate trolls. That's a John Wayne clock. And he never said a man's got to do what a man's got to do, but it's on the clock. I think trolls should be made to clean out cesspools, to clean out industrial waste, to clean out water treatment facilities, stuff like that, to clean out every cat box in America with, whatever you want to, but they should be punished. And they should have a big T stamped on their forehead so everybody knows they're a troll. T for troll. No one decent would associate with a troll. And all troll sites should be taken off the internet as hate speech. That's what I would do. Excuse me, Abram. The police, no matter what you think of them, there would be chaos in the streets if we didn't. Everybody has this hard-on for police, that the police are inherently evil, and they're not. There are a lot of good cops out there. We just had a guy got killed today, a cop. Cops do traffic stops. They do domestic violence calls, and they get murdered. Now, you can't criticize those people. They gave up their lives doing their jobs. I don't like that. No, I'll do my own litter box, thank you. I got to do that when I get done with this, too. I got to sift the litter box. Clean boxes, though. But, there are a lot of bad people out there, and the cops are the ones that put them in the jail. Serial murderers, rapists, child molesters. We need more death penalty. That's nonsense. You hear about the shooting incidents with a cop, but you pay attention to where the cop shows up at a house and he bangs on the door because of the domestic violence call, or a guy's in there with a gun and he shoots 6 cops? You gonna excuse that, Abram? You're wrong. Any number of people in any group, there's going to be a certain amount of bad people. But if we had all bad cops, then, there'd be more cases like that, and there aren't. And there's too many cases where police are getting killed, or they show up at a school and some maniac is shooting the school up, and in some cases, they do not, like the idiot in, I think, Maryland, who did nothing, showed up and did nothing, and he got fired from the force, or Virginia, I don't remember where it was, but somewhere back east. And there's other guys that run in there, and one guy ran into a school and got shot. One guy ran into the Pulse nightclub and got shot and got killed. They tried to save other people, and you're ignoring that, Abram. I don't know where you get this hatred for police. I've met good cops and bad cops. It's a hard job being a policeman. And as for the IRS agents, they're taxing people. That funds the federal government. That funds the federal highways. That funds our defense. I have no issue. The income tax is too high. But if you got the income tax, we cannot fund a society on the excise tax like we did up till the 19th century. I would love to see the Fed abolished and go to a gold standard and silver standard. How come everything happens in your city, Glock? Next thing you'll say there's a zombie apocalypse in your city. I don't know what city you live in, but I don't know if I want to ever be there. Too much weird. You come up with this stuff. I think you're making it up. And some maintain that the IRS, as far as I can determine, they did one of these midnight sessions when everybody was in December, when the most people were away. They snuck this thing in. There's still people that say one state voted for it illegally. There shouldn't be no Federal Reserve. It was all, and it's by the banks, for the banks, and of the banks, and of the bankers. Okay, Auburn, I'm not going to allow that anymore. Enough. You want to rail about the police, do it on your own site, all right? We're friends, but that's enough. I live 2 blocks to the police station, and I've had to call the police numerous times for people on the street here, for crazy people in the building, for people fighting, for people assaulting other people. The people I've met, the Martinez policemen and the sheriff's department, are not stupid people. And you have no idea what a 75 IQ is, or below 90 in person. And cops like donuts because where are they going to go at 3 in the morning when they want something to eat? I think we need the death penalty. I think if you had criminals, you had serial murderers, rapists, child molesters, mass killers, and all were executed, you see a lot less crime. That's my opinion. No, I wish I was better at economics because I tend to spend too much money, but I'm trying to get everything get all my ducks in a row here so the place is neat and clean. But I want the other stimulus, so I'm going to take, if we got $1,200 again, repair the iPad, take $100 to make improvements on the kitchen, and keep the rest in the bank. And save up my own car. And there's something I have to talk to Auburn about. And if I save up enough money, I'm going to get the car, get my land, make money. Get the hell out of here if it works out. Make money, have Snapple piped into my apartment. My my new house. Have me a Snapple tanker. I would remember something. Charlie Manson was due to be executed, and the Roseburg court declared the death penalty in California unconstitutional. That guy should have gone to the gas chamber. Hello, Double Baker. Because he was a serial murderer and a truly evil person. Where did Tesla come in all of a sudden? I don't get that one. What the hell are we talking about Tesla for? Abram, I told you to stop. You won't stop. You're my friend, but you won't stop. Time out. Don't believe all the BS you hear out there. I've been on both sides of the docket, okay? Hold on. God, my flashlight is missing. Yeah. Oh, where my flashlight is going? Water, sugar, citric acid, tea, natural flavor. Sugar, 30 grams, the entire bottle. Now, I can't tell you what the hell 30 grams is. Per serving in a 12-ounce glass, 120 calories. And this is 64 ounces. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink beer. This is my enjoyment here. So don't begrudge me something makes me. And I make iced tea with Lipton, with Splenda in it. I use the bottles for water, or I rinse them out with hot water, fill them with iced tea, put them in the icebox. I can something cold to drink other than just water. And I do have this thing, which is covered in baby powder. My Schweppes ginger ale. You don't drink beer, you don't drink wine, you don't drink hard liquor. You gotta have something to drink other than water. Water is boring. I drank Kool-Aid as a kid, but it's sickeningly sweet as an adult. The Zodiac Killer was never jailed. He probably either A, went to a mental institution or committed suicide or just died. I mean, the first Zodiac case was in '68. This is 2020. Do the math. It's 52 years. If he was 20 when he did it, first killings, he'd be 72 today. So, he may have gotten committed. He may have committed himself and died in a mental institution or died in prison. No. D.B. Cooper did not look like the Zodiac Killer. Two different guys. Abram, stop. You just sent me an email link. Stop. I tell you to stop, that means stop. You're my friend, but you're aggravating the hell out of me. I don't want to hear it. We can discuss this on the phone. I'll look it up. I don't have time. I've had a rough week. I'm trying to relax. Yeah, I believe time travel exists, but how would you prove it? You don't come back with a 47 Tucker in mint condition if you go backward in time. You can't prove inherently you're a time traveler. And some say you can't take anything back with you or forward. And, there are other problems with that. And then the paradoxes and all that. That's not time travel. That's just the passage of time, and time is supposedly a river. We go forward and backwards. I'm not going to get into that because that's Einsteinian physics, which I don't entirely understand. I've never been into that much because the mathematics are beyond me. No, I wouldn't travel to the Old West with no antibiotics, no inhalers. There's Indians. Oh, yes, we are Indians. We are from Mumbai. No, I'm not going back to 1876. Hell no. Now, if it were a visit like the Centennial in Chicago or see Abraham Lincoln or something like that, yeah, but not to stay. Well, I think you'd have a problem because it was full of army people. You may remember that, don't you? They cordoned off the area. It's a little hard to see the Roswell crash. I told the young George to save money. More prudent with money, be more prudent with who he gets involved with. And to put his foot down with certain people. and actively work to get a better job, but put a third of my money in the bank every paycheck or in the stock. Excuse me. Another troll. I don't know. I've never seen the Matrix. Have no interest in the Matrix. You know, some have said we're part of a bubble universe, but you have no way of knowing if you're part of another universe. I don't really care. I got enough trouble worrying about what I'm doing in the here now. Matrix. Jeez. Bunch of guys running on black coats and with guns or something. I have no idea what the Matrix is about. I've never seen that. No interest in it. No. Just told you no, and you're asking the same question. Got Kathy in the Old West, she wouldn't survive 5 seconds. This guy is a total jerk. Now, why does somebody come in there and say something like that about me? No, Glock. Because you act troll-like at times, too. There's only one person I'd allow Justin, Jeremy, or Abram. That's it. And we don't mention the Legion in here, so don't type the Legion. That is a forbidden subject. I'll do my own moderating. If I get a moderator, unless I know them personally, I'm not going to know whether they're trustworthy or not. I trust Abram, Justin, Jeremy. And one or two others. Zoa, Lisa. Personal friends. Trusted friends. And how do I know the mod might not try to delete me? I don't know how it works with other people. I have to have control of my channel. I don't give a rat's ass about Jason Callan. I really don't. The only time I ever hear about Jason Callan is somebody that comes in and mentions his name. It never, in the last week, have I thought about Jason Callan? Only when I do a live chat, there's some moron comes in here, "Oh, thank you for donating to Jason Callan." I get better things to do than my $5 and donate to Jason Callan. He's got a job, or maybe he doesn't now. He probably got to work. There's $5. Am I going to give that to somebody in Pennsylvania? No. It's my money. It's stupid to say thank you for donating to somebody that never shows up my personal radar. No, I just told you. See, Glock, you're not listening. Fix the iPad, $100 on home improvement, the rest will stay in the bank. So it can grow, so I can add to it. My number one thing is to get a second car, a newer Mac, and then buy my land and make money. I want a backup. This is insured. Someone steals it, I don't have an iPad. if it breaks. If we have an earthquake right now and the ceiling falls on it, it gets broken. A fire, a flood. The ceiling breaks because the guy upstairs runs his water. I turn the ballot in. And right down the street. I gotta walk to the bus anyway. I drop it off at the registrar. No, I don't need an iPad Pro. Why would I need a freaking iPad Pro? This is my 3-year-old or 4-year-old iPad. It's broken because the idiot in Indiana sent it back in a plastic envelope. It needs the glass fixed. The home button is broken. He broke the speaker. He broke the headphone jack. And I don't know if the digitizer is broken. 210, and there's a chip in the glass, so that can be fixed and they remove all that. That's all going to be replaced. $210. It's fixed. It will work again. I'm not going to spend $800 for an iPad Pro when I've got an iPad that can be fixed for $210 plus tax. You're being ridiculous. But it'll give me one I can leave the good one at home and go out with the other one, or take the good one, take this one with me and leave the other one home. So I always have one iPad to use. I'm not going to get a Fire tablet because the Fire tablet sucks. It's a piece of crap. I have 2 of them. And I didn't use them for a year. And the app stopped working, and I went to the Amazon store. Oh, if you don't renew them, the apps stop working. They don't work anymore. It's a piece of garbage. Well, I'm going to hide that because you used a word that you shouldn't use. Double bacon. I had to have an Echo Show to get the videos I took at UFO Con, no, at Alien Con in Pasadena, and go into Amazon Photo to get the videos that sat there for a year. I could not get them published on YouTube. That's how the Fire tablet sucks. And they just came out with a brand new one. But it's based on Amazon's version of Android, and it's proprietary, and it's horrible. Okay. You keep using language that's not allowed, so I'm putting you to timeout. Quit that. Someone I never heard of starts making obscene language and then a comment about me. That's not allowed on this channel. This is my channel. You treat me with respect as a human being and the owner of the channel and a senior. I want a Toyota Highlander Hybrid Limited. It's a nice 4x4, leather seats, air conditioning. And if I were to buy an iPad Pro, I would go down to where I'm going to go. I'd have to have the car there for a week, and they would install it in the dash. I publish rules, and they get ignored by the trolls. I've done that several times. I've stopped doing it because they're not going to pay attention to what I say anyway. They're going to do whatever they want. Trolls are trolls. You think they care about order or rules? They are disruptors. They are chaotic, evil. They are I can't use the word I want to use. They go in to destroy. They don't create. No, they're not libertarians. Libertarians leave people alone. They want everybody to be mellow and cool and do their thing. I may have it wrong, but that's my impression. No, I'm not going to do that. The trolls have already preempted my name with Martinez with their disgusting channel. So no. Enough. Quit being weird, Glock, or I'm going to ban you. Every time you come on, you get more and more irritating because you come up with this weird stuff. And I warn you, every video you come up with stuff, I tell you stop, and you keep posting weird comments. Look, he was playing a trumpet for a hummingbird, and we didn't hear a word one until you said something about this cat that was sick, that was on the verge of death. That's why he makes stuff up. I don't think anything he says is real. He's doing it for attention. Because every night the story changes. There's no scorecard. There's no consistency. He comes up with something new and then doesn't mention the old stuff. We were all worried about Howie Cat, and now we haven't heard a damn word about Howie Cat all night. He comes up, it's like he turns a page, and everything about the past video is gone, and then he comes up with a new story. It's like Baron Munchausen, or James Thurber's character, Walter Mitty or something. Yeah, well, you did probably, but I don't remember. But the point is, you go and you talk about one thing, and then if it were my cat sick and on the verge of death, I'd be worried sick about it. I wouldn't even chat. I'm doing everything I can to make that cat well, if I could. But you're very strange, Clock. You have weird ideas and weird comments, and they're irritating. I get a headache while reading your stuff, frankly, because my blood pressure goes up. Just just listen to what I'm saying, watch the comments, and maybe not say anything for a while. God. You're aggravating. I shouldn't have to lose my temper in anybody in here, including the bloody trolls. Or my friend Abram doing hatred against police. Well, I'm sure there's other channels you can go to. I can't be the only one on YouTube that's doing live videos. Thank you. I'm not here to wind up with a headache because some guy comes in and then I'm going, what the hell is that stuff? Out of what left field did that come out of? What weirdness did that come out of? I just sit there and stare like, what the hell is that on my screen that he's typing? I was worried about the cat. We don't hear a damn word about the cat. Then he said the cat's getting better and the cat's ignored. So my first thought is there really a cat? Sorry. No. Look, I am today, for the last week, I'm trying to undergo no stress. It was very stressful. Monday I went to the hospital, was close to dying. I was sick for 3 days after that where I didn't want to do anything. I don't remember I even did live broadcasts. I had to go look. I spent the last 2 days sleeping and catching up and resting. And Kathy aggravated the hell out of me today with, they told me to check the car. And I told her to go out every week and check the car. All right. That's it. Double bacon and cheese, goodbye, because you just insulted me, and I'm not going to tolerate it. So bye-bye. Enjoy your life. Patty will never go live. She doesn't want people tracking her down and making a hell of her life like the trolls have mine and to some extent Kathy. That's never going to happen. She's not going to be. She's started doing a channel, but the reason she doesn't, trolls would go after her. So don't even think about it. It's never going to happen. We've talked about it in the van and in private. Ew. So she would never be live in this channel. Excuse me. Because she didn't want it, and I have someone who donated to me over a year ago and got unmercifully harassed to the point where she went up in the hospital, almost died from it. Well, they can want all they want. It's not going to happen. So don't bring it up. She doesn't want to have her private life destroyed. And you should respect that. No, it's not all about money. Any inkling where she lives, they would harass her at home, they'd harass her in her van, they'd harass her at stores, whatever. She didn't want that to happen to her. And I don't either. No one deserves that. No one on the internet or off deserves to be harassed by anybody. Because they can get online and do it. Or they can show. I got one jerk that showed up here and filmed my building. All the way from Reno, Nevada. Other jerks have shown up and filmed places I go to here. Because I made a huge mistake telling people what I do. Yeah. Hello, Rita. Welcome. If I had to start over, I would never do YouTube channel, or I would do political videos or cat videos or something, and that's all I would have ever published. I paid the price in aggravation and heartache and ulcers and pain for doing this for going on 9 years. Abram, why are you putting on a channel? I'm not going to eat crickets. I'm not a lizard. No. What's it to you? What's the point? I've had the same girlfriend for 42 years. So why would I date someone else? Or anyone? And I can't always scroll up in the back comments. Oh, there we go. I didn't see it because it's at the top of the screen, and I don't see small print. And Monday I go get my reading glasses. The thing scrolls up, I don't see everything except trolls coming in and making comments. And now I gotta find it now. Barbecue cricket. I don't know. If you want to try barbecue cricket, feel free, but I ain't eating them. Well, you know, why do you bring up that you're African American and I've ever dated an African American? I'm a white male. I've only dated white women. Before Kathy, not after. Except when Kathy moved out and she wasn't around. I did have an Italian lady I saw for a while, but that's the only person who wasn't Caucasian. I'm not black. I have neighbors that are black. I've had friends that are black, but there's no reason for me to date someone. And it took me a long time to date other people because I was very afraid I would say something or put my foot in my mouth. or shy. I'm amazed sometimes I can do this because I'm still deep down in me. I'm shy and afraid I'm going to say something wrong. Why is it important for you to ask me if I dated African American people? Do I ask you if you date white people or Latinos or Asians or I don't know what other race is there? Polynesians? You know, I don't care what you do. You shouldn't care what I do. And frankly, in some ways, it's none of your business who I've been out with. That's private. Well, okay, then you need to stop that. I'm not going to allow that comment. Time for time out. Don't be jealous of my girlfriend on here. That's a troll comment. You got issues with not seeing people, do it on your own channel, not here. That's my beloved person. She aggravates me at times. She's vexing and annoying, and she doesn't listen. But I forgive her. I do things that make her mad. She forgives me. We've been together a very long time. Jealous of her? Why? I'm jealous of millionaires. But do I say anything about it? For their money and their opulence, and they have big houses and servants and cars, and they don't have to worry about cleaning their apartment or doing laundry. They all that done for them. But I don't walk around and say it all the time. It's more of a wish thing. I sure wish I had a lot of money that I wouldn't have to live like this. Okay. I knew you were in troll. I knew it. Another Jason Callan troll. He's someone I never heard of. All these people are coming in. They create new. What they do is create new handles. And then they come in and bring up. They act like a troll. They bring up Jason Callan. It's all either from Jason Callan's Cheesy Legion or from the evil website. They're not here to. They're here to disrupt the chat. This is why I stopped for a very long time doing live videos. I was fed up with it. Fed up with the comments. Now I'm jealous of Kathy. In fact, that's also, you're supporting a troll. I'm removing that comment, Mike. She's been blocked. Don't bring her up again. Very few firm, steadfast rules, but one of them you don't bring that person up. Not because I have anything against him, because his trolls keep coming in and disrupting my channel. I don't give a damn if Jason Callan has a job, he doesn't have a job, he eats, he doesn't eat, he breeds, he doesn't breed. I don't give a damn about him. I certainly don't give about his cheesy legion of trolls that come in here and disrupt my videos. That's the one thing I do give a damn about. I'm not going to allow it. And they come in and ruin my video. We're mostly having a good time here, and they come in and give me grief. And there's no reason to do that other than they're jerks, and that's not the word I want to use because it's they. They're jagoffs. I can be in a good mood. By the end of the video, I'm ready to put my fist through the screen. And if there were strangle vision, I'd reach in and strangle somebody for being someone abusive, and they shouldn't be doing it. And then I get so upset about it, I end the videos. I'm not going to do this anymore. It's not fun for me anymore. all of you, stop doing it. Every one of you. I'm here to enjoy myself talking to people as adults, as reasonable adults. Not to be trolled, not to have weirdness, not to have attacks about another group, not to be attacked for my race. Next thing you'll start going to my religion, my politics, my weight, my disability, as I usually do, or whatever. You're not here to attack me. You're here to watch the video and listen and make constructive comments. Or not comment at all. Just enjoy the video. Enjoy the flow. All right? You can't do that. Don't come on the live stream. I am not here to be harassed. No matter what you may think. Neither is anybody else who comes in here. Anybody else should be free to comment to an extent, but there's certain decorum, certain rules, certain behavior that should be followed. You're adults, you're not children. At least I presume you're all adults. I have no idea. All right? I went from having a great time to once again having people come in and really irritate the hell out of me. I have a very irritating week, a very stressful week. I should be able to come here and have fun. By the end of the video, I'm not having fun anymore. So with that, I will end this. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great night. And don't expect another video in the next couple of days. I'm not going to do one. Stay safe. Bye-bye. That's great, Abram. I love your cat. It's very sweet. Have a good night, people. I'm out of here.